Welcome back to the StarX podcast where we're solving for sci-fi. My name is Mike.
My name is Jenae.
And right now, X equals
Gate.
equals. Did I say equals?
Yeah,
equals.
that's all right though.
X equals gate. That's right. So this is a sci-fi rewatch podcast. And right now we're working our way through Stargate SG-1. So
And we're on season 1.
we are on season 1. We're on
Almost done.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, just a few episodes left. Episode 17. But before we get into the episode, we should talk about a little Stargate news.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So there's a couple things. I don't know if we mentioned it in the last episode that we recorded a couple weeks ago. But MGM, Amazon owns MGM now, and they were in the process of doing a new Stargate series. Apparently that's been canceled. So that's
surprise.
Yeah. Just another reason to...
That's why I didn't get my hopes up. I don't think we mentioned it in the last episode.
Yeah.
I think we did mention a few episodes back about it happening.
Yeah, we did. We did talk about it. But yeah, it's annoying. Just another reason to... Yeah, just,
Well, we can keep it alive.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jeff Bezos sucks. So let's just leave it at that. There's another reason to think Jeff Bezos sucks, right? So Amazon, our overlords. But in other Stargate news, we're apparently not going to be alone in the Stargate rewatch podcast universe very much longer.
No.
It's apparently someone stole our idea.
How dare he?
Yeah, how dare he? How dare Michael Shanks come out and decide to do a Stargate rewatch podcast? I just saw that like last week. He announced it. I think he's doing it with Goa'uld, which is also like the OG Stargate kind of internet website where they did a lot of interviews and a lot of Stargate like stuff. So, and I've gone there a lot.
Kind of like
it's
a
really
fan
good
site, right?
Huh?
Is it kind of like a fan site type thing?
I think Goa'uld is kind of like a fan site,
like
but it's
all kinds of stuff.
But it's so
probably a podcast now.
Yeah, they have, I think, podcasts, but I think it was became such a big thing that, I mean, they actually know the showrunners and stuff. Like they become.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I think it's going to be. Hey, you know what? I'll listen to it. I listen to podcasts, and I think, hey, it's cool. There should be Stargate for everybody. So, if that helps spur Stargate along, I welcome. I just think it's funny that it's happening. But it's not like he did say I saw in his little interview, he did say he kind of Katie Sackhoff is doing one for Battlestar Galactica.
Everybody does one.
Everyone does. The Smallville guys. He actually mentioned the Smallville guys. So and so it totally makes sense. And yeah, I hope it's good. I'll listen, and I'm sure it'll be good. But yeah, so just let you know if you want more Stargate and you're
we've got competition.
Yeah. If you
with our millions of followers.
How can I say this to our 5 listeners or watchers on YouTube? If you're tired, if after listening to our podcast or watching our podcast and you want more, go to Michael Shanks's podcast and watch him. But yeah, hey, you know what? I think it's cool. I'll listen to it or watch it or however they do it. It'll be cool.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe it'll give us some ideas.
Yeah. Maybe we could follow along with them too.
Yeah, maybe some. I mean, we're still a little ahead, which is cool. We're gonna try to stay ahead of those guys. So, maybe someday they'll become aware of us and we'll get to talk to them if in some fantasy
alternate universe,
fantasy land.
It would be cool, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting my hopes up.
I'm just enjoying watching the show again.
Yeah, I
talking about it. But yeah,
me too. So
there's the news.
That's Stargate news. So Stargate news. Maybe we should make that a segment at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It's probably not going to be a segment every week because there's not a lot of Stargate news. But that's pretty big news.
That is big news.
And think of how the kind of he'll be able to actually get like real guests. It just won't be him just talking to somebody.
Just won't be us idiots.
Yeah. It won't be us like
just
laymen people, sitting in the
husband and
corner
wife
of
duo.
the corner of our house. He'll actually be able to get he'll actually get the real people on there. So
Hey, look, we're awesome. Will you quit downplaying us?
No, hey, I'm excited for it. I think it'll be cool. Hey, you know what? Anything gets started. I love Stargate. I wanted to make more Stargate. If this helps, so be it. The more the merrier, right? That's my thing. But we were here first.
Cool.
Just keep that in mind, guys. We were here first. we had the idea first. We did it first.
Yeah,
just first. All right, so let's get into it. Episode 17, Solitudes. So what's your first impressions on this?
I love this episode.
This is a
like
banger.
I said in the last episode, I always liked it. It has a nice twist at the end, and it's a good one. It's entertaining.
Yeah, this one's top notch.
Yeah,
I got to say this one's top. And there's some interesting things about this episode that I'll talk. I actually thought about while we were watching it, but. And I also noticed some of it was in the trivia too that I even thought about. So I could have written some trivia. But this one aired on February 6th, 1998, directed by Martin Wood. And this one was written by Brad Wright and, of course, Dean and Roland. Now, the guest cast in this there's not really like actual guest casts very much. I mean, there's a couple, they list like, obviously Gary Jones as Walter. Dan Shea is he's Siler, Sergeant Siler. I mean, he's in it actually quite a bit. So but they're all people who are normally on the show. There's not really outside.
There's not
guests.
But I don't think we've seen Dan Shea.
He has been in it a couple times,
yeah.
I think here and there, but he's usually like in the background.
And he's Jack's stand-in, right?
Yeah, he's like his stuntman stand-in guy. Yeah, I believe. I mean, they actually, you can see their build is very similar. They, they kind of look alike. So.
Yeah, I can see it.
So there. Other than that, though, there's not really a lot. This episode doesn't really lend itself to guest.
Yeah, because it's just basically
it's kind of a bottle episode.
It's just Carter and
O'Neill.
And then
the SGC.
The SGC, just a few people there.
Yeah, the main people. So, let's see, what else did I have here? Okay, so guest cast. So that's pretty much it. Why don't we get into the summary?
Okay,
you want to go?
Yep.
Okay,
SG-1 returns from a firefight on P4A 771. But something goes terribly wrong during the trip home. Daniel and Teal'c make it through the Stargate, but Jack and Sam disappear. The gate experiences a massive energy surge and shuts down, leaving the SGC unable to determine what happened to them. Meanwhile, Jack wakes up to discover that he and Sam are trapped in an underground ice cave. Jack has a badly broken leg, and neither the Stargate nor the DHD is anywhere in sight. And actually, it's not Jack that wakes up.
Sam wakes up first.
Sam is up first.
Yeah.
That was wrong. That was a wrong little summary there.
So the Stargate is in sight. That's there. The DHD's not, though.
Well, he does wake up, and she's already been like, he wakes up and realizes where he's at. Maybe that's what it's trying to say.
Yeah, they kind of both.
And she's kind of already been up, and
she's just barely
dealing with stuff, trying to look for the DHD, trying to call.
I think they kind of wake up right around.
No, she's been up and she already knows he has a broken leg. She's already like looked over him.
That's right.
She's been up for a minute. Yeah,
that's right.
Because she's talking to him. She's like, "You've been out for a couple hours," when he's trying to like figure out. Because he's like, "We need to do this," and she's like, "I've done that. We need to do this. I've done that."
That's right.
Yeah. So she's been up.
Well, so in the beginning, when you see, they cut that back to the SGC, and you see Teal'c and Jackson come back through the Stargate, and they come like bouncing through,
like flying through.
They come like flying through. Hammond almost like trips over Jackson.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he kind of like does I thought that was just kind of funny. I don't know
Catches
if that was
himself, does a little two-step.
Yeah, he has a little two-step. I don't know if that was was planned, or if that just kind of
probably
happened,
not. If it,
But But yeah, so then they come, you can tell they must have had like a trampoline behind the Stargate that they
Oh,
go launching
totally.
through, you
And
know?
like, what is it that warrants them flying through the gate? Is it when they jump through the gate? You're supposed to, the idea
Like
is that they're flying,
like they're
coming through,
the force of motion that they're
that how
exerting as
they
they're
went
going through.
in.
Yeah,
Because
maybe because it
sometimes they
seems like
fly through and it feels like they just walk
on the other
on the
side.
other side.
I think they usually try to
Match what they're
what they're
doing.
doing. I don't know though
Yeah.
because yeah, I would assume like if you're jumping through,
It's going to be the same
You're gonna be-
motion as
you're
yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
flying through the other side,
Right.
kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Though it's hard to say. Like,
I think they would have the ramp be like, they should have two different ramps. One that has like a mattress or so, like a padded ramp,
like one of those like pits with all like the foam
yeah,
crushed in it.
like
you know?
they like when they put the malp through, that could be like the non-padded one and let it go through and they can do their stuff. And then when everybody goes through, they change it to the padded one just in case.
That's funny. Yeah, they should. But then or Hammond is talking to Teal'c and saying, "Where is everybody? And what happened?" And Teal'c has that resting Teal'c face. Yeah,
The
just
frown.
like well, when when Hammond goes walking off and they show Teal'c and he's just sitting there. Like they got the camera on him and he's just got that face. Like
He could do that pretty well.
Yeah.
It's like that lady the actress on Andor. She's got that on the second season.
Yeah, the
She's
blonde
got that,
lady. Yeah.
that frown down.
Yeah. Then I think, maybe that's
Because I can't do it.
I've never seen him like outside of that. I've never seen him making that face.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm
Like
sure.
in person, like it's not like his resting till.
No,
like resting
no,
Christopher
he's
Judge
obviously
face.
forcing it.
Yeah, it's not just like his perma
No.
grimace or
No.
whatever.
It's acting.
But oh yeah, so we talked about Siler. Okay, all right. So yeah, he's like the stunt man.
Okay, should we move on?
Yeah.
Sam treats Jack's broken leg with the supplies they have, despite never having set a broken bone before. Let me start over. Sam treats Jack's broken leg with the supplies they have, despite never having set a broken bone before. They determine that they have only a few days of food and limited heat and light. Fortunately, they're surrounded by ice, so drinking water isn't exactly their biggest problem. Jack tries to keep their spirits up by insisting they'll find a way home, while Sam is more realistic about their increasingly desperate situation.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good acting. Like he was doing a good job of making it feel like, I mean, she seemed
like she's like, this is dire.
like we're dead.
Yeah.
Like we're going to be dead.
Well, that'd be like the worst thing to be stuck in some ice cave.
Yeah.
Freezing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It would be cold.
Nothing. Cause we kind of talked about this when we were watching it. Like I mentioned, like they should have something to build a fire or make a fire. But then you said, well, there's really nothing to gather.
Yeah, they've got nothing to burn.
To burn. They just have that sterno. Yeah, which probably isn't enough.
Putting up much heat.
Yeah.
And that's not going to last all that long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Jack is good with the zingers, I thought.
Yeah, he was good with the zingers, but he also I thought it was really a good dynamic of him trying to keep her spirits up because he could tell she was feeling pretty hopeless. So that seemed pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
He was good with that.
And but his zingers he was trying to, he was funny.
Well, that's what he's being positive, you know,
positive
and you know, he's got a broken leg, broken rib, and you know, and she's basically like on her own to try to figure out what to do. So he's just like, oh, we're good. We'll be fine.
Yeah. Like trying to, you're the only one who can walk. So we got to keep you like, you know.
Yeah. We need you sharp.
Can't be hopeless.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you're right. They don't, because there's nothing to burn in there. I mean, they got that little sterno canister to warm up their soup.
Yeah, that was because I thought, well, I guess they could have some sort of contraption that they can make a fire, but I guess you'd have to build something and you'd have to have some rocks or wood or something to
Right.
actually,
Yeah,
they could
something
have
to.
flint and all that stuff in their packs, but
Yeah, but if they're in an ice cave, yeah,
yeah,
they're kind of screwed.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, they eventually discover the DHD buried beneath the ice and begin digging it out. They also find the frozen remains of Goa'uld's serpent guard, confirming that they're somewhere previously visited by the Goa'uld. So yeah, it does seem pretty. At least they find the DHD, because I think that's why Sam was just like, we have no way out of here, because
Yeah, because
there's nothing to run, control the gate or run it or start it.
There's no way they could have manually dialed it. I think you still need a power source to power it. You can't just dial it without power.
Yeah.
And so if the gate's
They
just
did
sitting
it-
there and they
did it on that one episode, but she had like all these, power.
they
She
have a
was
power source,
like the lightning or whatever they were using. Yeah.
10.21 gigawatts.
Yeah,
or whatever,
exactly.
1.21 gigawatts. Yeah. So I don't think so. Yeah. By finding that was at least good, but they don't really, but then again, I mean, and they're having to dig it out. She's like ice picking her way down to
just
it.
to get it out. I'd be like pulling out that little fire thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know. I guess in a way that they're probably trying to conserve that as long as they can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they're pretty much.
I have to dig it out. So I have to mention though, on this part where they're mostly around the DHD and digging it out, so when we started this podcast, my family, and none of my friends have ever watched Stargate. I don't think they really have ever even heard of it, except for the movie with Kurt Russell. But once we started this podcast, I was getting the same blooper reel on Instagram from everybody I know. Were you too?
Nobody sent it to me, but
they were sending it to me like, oh, look what I found. And it was the same blooper reel of them two on this episode, Amanda Tapping and Richard Dean Anderson. And it's a blooper of her like, can't you just MacGyver something or so, it's a funny one.
It's extremely well. Everybody has seen it. It's all over the place.
But I just thought it was so funny that everybody was sending it to me once we started this podcast. I mean, look, we know look, I saw something about Stargate.
we saw that years ago. I think it's even on the DVD box set.
Yeah.
Like it's in there.
It's there. It's just funny.
We were aware of it, but
but my,
her family would.
My family, they won't watch our podcast or listen to it, but they're going to send the reel to let me know they know about it.
That's so true. That's so true.
It's okay. I'm all right.
Do you need to call your therapist?
Yeah.
Have a little therapy session.
I'm all right.
But yeah, everybody has seen that, who I think is aware of Stargate, knows of that blooper. It's a good blooper.
Yeah, it is a good one.
She's really funny in it.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
I think she's totally making him laugh, but yeah, the whole, and again, Jack is like throwing out, he's being really funny for being, he's just zinger after zinger. Having a broken leg. And then they get to that whole point where he's talking about them sending out a search party and all this stuff. And she's like, well, where the hell are they going to send a search party to? The look on her face just says it all. Like,
like there's no way they could find them.
Thousands of places they'd have to go and all that. And it could take years. And he's like, well, not if they search here first, which I thought was funny. Just like.
She had no response to that. Yeah, that was good. Not if they search here first.
Yes. I just thought that.
Come on, be positive, Sam.
Yeah. And normally she is pretty positive, but
she usually is.
I think she was just like her idea. She couldn't science her way out of it. She's trying to science her way out of it.
Well, and it's just the two of them, and he's hurt. Right. So she's got more of that, like, I've got to figure this out.
Right.
And it's panic. It's all on her. Yeah. It's pretty good. Okay, back at the SGC, Daniel, Teal'c, and Hammond try to figure out where Jack and Sam went. After repairing the Stargate, they send a through P4A771, but there's no sign of them. Daniel eventually theorizes that the energy surge during the firefight may have redirected the matter stream inside the wormhole, sending Jack and Sam out through a different Stargate somewhere along the route to Earth. This gives the SGC a handful of possible planets to search, but several rescue attempts come up empty. And it's kind of, him and Carter, they're kind of coming up at this sort of like at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're thinking.
Yeah, they're like,
and
that's how they are. They kind of think the same way. So yeah,
he's sort of like kind of, in his own way, like, deductively reasons his way into this whole
theory. He can kind of figure.
She kind of comes up with the same thing on her side.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how they do that.
Because he is smart,
Yeah.
You can tell he knows
anything,
what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He always does.
Yeah.
And they seem to work off each other.
Right.
Yeah, pretty well.
But even definitely has kind of like that, obviously a little bit of scientific minded thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just kind of funny because part of you is kind of like, well, he's coming up with a lot right here, but I guess you're right. He's not dumb.
Yeah. It doesn't make me think like, how could he be coming up? I don't know. I feel like he would just be able, he always is figuring stuff out.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he looks at it a little bit differently, but he still kind of has that scientific mind,
Yeah.
A little bit.
No, that's true.
Not quite like Carter.
Right.
But he knows the Stargate system pretty well, and he knows how it works.
He's definitely
so I think
studied
that's
it a
how
lot.
he's like, yeah.
When he was on Abydos, he was,
and he's
he was
figuring
really
out how
looking at stuff
to narrow it down.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he was using, because the idea of looking for gates around the path of the planet to Earth that they were coming from made a lot of sense. It's like if you're going to start there, you might as well narrow your search down.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Okay. As the search continues, that's where I'm at, right?
Yep.
Jack and Sam's situation gets worse. Sam manages to uncover the DHG and tries repeatedly to repair it, but she can't get it working. Jack's broken leg is becoming frostbitten. He's suffering from internal bleeding, and their remaining heat source is almost gone. When Jack realizes he may not survive, he orders Sam to leave him behind and climb toward the surface. Sam reluctantly obeys, but she's determined to find a way to save them both.
Yeah. So, well, when they're back and Sam or Jackson's talking to Hammond and everything, and it got Siler standing there that whole, and he's and he says like, how would this work if this I can't remember exactly, but
this is Daniel talking.
Daniel's talking, and he's talking to Siler.
To Connor. That's his name, Sergeant Connor. Or
Siler. His name's
Siler. Sorry.
Siler. Talking to Sergeant Siler, and how would this work, or how would this affect this and this? And he just looks at him and he's like, I have no idea.
The way he says that, he kind of stopped, like he's thinking for a sec, like, I have no idea.
But that was really funny. But
that was funny.
But the thing that she kept acting like the DHD was broken, but she kept trying to dial. It's like, try another planet. You got to know another address.
I don't know why she wasn't
broken.
trying other planets, like just to rule that out. You think she'd be ruling it out.
Right. That was the one thing that like if you were like, the first thing I would do if I was trying to fix a problem is, okay, well, if this isn't working, well, let me try this other thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm not sure why she wasn't trying, because it obviously was doing something. It was working.
I mean,
it was like lighting up and doing its whole thing. And, but she could have just been thinking it was because of the whole surge and stuff that happened to them.
That's like something's
just not working.
Like the Stargate just wasn't working. But then again, maybe she doesn't know another Stargate address right off the top of her head.
Yeah.
I would think she
would. Yeah.
I would think she'd at least know.
And you'd think they'd have something in some of their gadgets that they have in their backpack that would have you're the previous address we were at, like on your remote, like the return, the previous channel.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah. I know. Man, I remember that.
I
Previous
know.
channel.
You just go free. That's when when I was a teenager and I'm not supposed to be watching MTV. So I made sure I had another channel I could just really quick switch to.
Oh, I think we all did that. Whatever show you weren't supposed to be watching.
Like what was
just
it?
hit
Like
the
Recall channel or
previous
I
or
can't remember what it was
recall or
called.
whatever.
Yeah.
You just really hit that button.
Oh yeah.
You pretty much had your finger
I just
on it.
had it right there.
When your mom came walking in, boop,
boop.
Oh.
Oh, look at the fishes, Mom. National Geographic.
National Geographic. Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes or
whatever.
something. Yeah. So yeah.
Any address.
Any address.
She could dial any address.
It could have saved a lot of time.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, think about it. She could have taken, any address that wasn't some.
I mean, I would assume she would know like the Knox's address at least.
Well, I think
like
that gate was
like the good ones.
The gate was closed, I think, on that one. But she'd know like maybe
or Teal'c's or
she'd know Teal'c.
Yeah,
she ought to know Teal'c. They've been there a few times.
Or some where they have some relationships with.
Yeah, or the
people they
people.
would know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's that one? Or the emancipation people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they've been to a lot of addresses.
Just try.
Just try
it's
one.
It's like trying a code,
Yeah.
This code's not working. Let's try this code.
Yeah. It's not like it's going to lock you out after 3 times. Okay.
Then Daniel has a breakthrough. He realizes the SGC may have made a major assumption. What if Earth has another Stargate? The original gate in Egypt might not have been the only one the Goa'uld placed on Earth. Daniel remembers unusual seismic activity coinciding with the Stargate malfunction and realizes an undiscovered gate could have been activated. They trace the activity to Antarctica, roughly 50 miles from McMurdo Station. At the same time, Sam reaches the surface and discovers that it's just an alien ice planet. So so she realizes it's just even more dire than she was.
She's
she's given up now.
She thinks they're on an alien ice planet.
Yeah, there's and Jack's pretty much dying.
Yeah, they're on Hoth basically.
Yeah, they totally are. Yeah.
But I did think it was kind of funny. It was almost like the tremor thing that gave Daniel. I mean, I thought that was a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah,
where he kind of puts all that together, but whatever.
Yeah, it was a little stretch. But I remember first watching this episode and be like, they're on Earth the whole time.
Yeah, no, it's a good
whoa.
If you don't already know, it's a pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's why I liked it so much. Like the whole time, and then it's like this whole other gate they found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, totally. And I love the second gate thing that they bring into the show because they use it a lot.
They do.
It becomes a huge
add more storylines with that. Yeah.
With the second gate.
Yeah.
And so, it was a great idea. For them to
and it was a good twist
good twist to have them down
because we would we would just be like you just think this is a crappy planet to get stuck on, stuck in some ice cave.
Yeah, and of course, and you're never going to think, because there's a DHD there and everything, you're never going to think it's, this is just a second gate on Earth.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
Never, yeah.
And even Daniel does say something about how, it's possible the Goa'uld aren't even the ones that put the gate, because we know, he's like, we don't think they're the ones that created the gate system. So maybe there was another gate on Earth prior,
that they never found or something. Yeah.
Right? Well, obviously the Goa'uld, they must have somehow something happened and a serpent guard ended up zipping through.
Oh, right. Because they found the dead guard.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that was the same thing happened to him at one point.
Yeah.
The Goa'uld didn't put
just
that
got
gate
stuck.
there.
Yeah.
Just got stuck and died.
Oh, yeah. That could be.
Yeah. They don't really ever address that. But how would you ever know? So she's on Hoth, and then she's sliding down back into the hole at the end to be with to go back to Jack. She totally falls and kung down the thing. It's just again, she's just getting herself beat up in some way or another.
I think she's just just take me now.
She's probably got a concussion and broken ribs, and
she's just she's done everything she can, just gonna fall down this hole because it's done.
Now I'm just gonna go back up. We're just gonna basically, I think it was we're gonna go die together.
Yeah.
And that just happens to coincide with them figuring out where they are, because they were able to track the longitude and
Yeah.
latitude according to
Uh-huh.
Hammond. So, all right.
Do they have trackers on them or anything?
No, but I guess they were able to track
Oh,
the
because the
seismic
seismic
activity,
activity.
and they were
Yeah.
actually able to like track it down to
Right to
basically
the
specific.
dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1998
Mm-hmm.
radar
Technology.
Yeah, or seismic technology. Yeah.
A rescue team is dispatched and finds Jack and Sam alive in the Antarctic ice. Daniel and Teal'c arrive to help, and Jack is rushed to safety despite his internal injuries. The team finally gets SG-1 home, while the SGC is left with a fascinating new discovery. Earth has a second Stargate buried beneath Antarctica. So after all that trouble, SG-1 didn't travel millions of light years. They basically took the world's most complicated wrong turn and ended up in Antarctica.
Yeah. There you go.
Good twist.
Good twist. It was a good episode.
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
Lots of
Yeah.
lots of good lines. I think we were like throughout the episode, like that could be the line of the episode. Oh,
Yeah.
that was a good line.
There were a couple. I
don't even know which one you
contenders.
picked, actually.
You'll see.
Okay.
I think it's the best one.
Okay, so should we do
some trivia and
goofs?
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah, why don't you do the first one, since it's
okay.
kind of about what you already talked about.
There's an outtake where Amanda Tapping Carter breaks the fourth wall when berating Richard Dean Anderson's character O'Neill for not knowing how to get out of their predicament, even though he was the actor was MacGyver. Anderson, of course, was already famous as the star of MacGyver, 1985, in which his character always found ways of danger using unconventional and resourceful means. This outtake is included in the season 1 DVD extras. Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely famous.
Yeah.
Among Stargate,
And apparently my family and friends seeing they're only anything that they've looked at that's Stargate. They apparently were getting that blooper like crazy in their algorithm.
And can you imagine how stoked they were to think that was like this discovery? They're gonna show you something new.
I'm gonna send this to Jenae.
Yeah. They're gonna send you something new. You haven't seen this. This is gonna be great.
And then me, So have you watched or listened to our podcast? No.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
None of them have. I don't think anyone in my family has either.
Yeah,
I mean, they might have like. I think
they watch the clips that you post, and that's about it.
They've probably dipped in and out a little bit here and there, but not.
Your sister might though.
She might. My sister. I don't know if she's watched the whole episode.
I think she would just want to watch it just to hear your voice.
Oh,
she loves you.
No, I love her too. I listen to her podcast. So
I know.
So.
I'm sorry, Brooke. I don't listen to your podcast, but I don't listen to any podcasts. So I need to get into that. I just started getting into listening to books, so I'll get there.
Yeah.
Audiobooks.
I listen to her podcast, and it's pretty good. It's kind of a self-help podcast. So if you're into that, what's the name of it?
I don't know. We're not prepared for this.
I wasn't planning on to give it. It's called here. Let me look. I'll tell you right now. It's good. This is good radio, or as they say. Here Comes the Sun. Here Comes the Sun podcast.
Here comes the sun.
It's my sister and her friend Nadia.
Here comes the sun.
Brooke and Nadia.
I say it's all right.
Yep. That's it. Here Comes the Sun podcast. It's like it's into like life coaching stuff and all that. So it's got some good stuff. So yeah, check it out if you're into that.
Okay.
And that was not a paid advertisement, just so you know. Because they get their money back, because that was a bad advertisement.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. Next thing.
This is trivia, right?
Trivia.
Oh, yeah,
We're in
next
trivia. Yeah. Error code 44 is raised by Windows when a program must disconnect an offending peripheral device. In this case, the Stargate. Did they have an error code 44 on? They must have. when I don't remember
guess.
seeing
I don't
that.
remember seeing anything.
Okay, it probably happened maybe when the
Maybe when
Stargate
like it went,
overloaded.
yeah,
Yeah,
right in the
I didn't.
beginning. Okay, the Stargate directorial debut for Martin Wood. Isn't
Yeah.
that Siler?
No, Martin Wood is the director.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is one of the
okay. So
first.
this is like his first one.
Yeah, he was.
I know that name.
Yeah, he did. I think he maybe wrote on the episodes sometimes too, but yeah.
Okay. He went on to direct 47 episodes of Stargate SG-1, the direct-to-video film Stargate Continuum, and 29 episodes of Stargate Atlantis. His total of 77 directorial credits is the most in the Stargate franchise. Very
Yeah,
cool.
I remember seeing some behind the scenes stuff with him when we were watching Atlantis, because there's an episode where they have it's an episode where there's a bunch of scientists in a and I think he directed it, bunch of like scientists, and think with Rodney McKay. They're all at like some convention thingy science
On
thing.
Atlantis?
This is in the show Atlantis, but they wasn't on Atlantis. It was just
okay.
in the show. And Neil deGrasse Tyson was on.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And Bill Nye.
Yeah.
And so I just remember watching in the behind the scenes where he was talking about how he was interviewing Neil deGrasse Tyson about that. And that we should talk about that more when we get to Atlantis. But it was just funny the way he was describing. It was him, I think, who was saying. He was describing, it was Martin Wood. He's describing his conversation with, so he's saying, so we're doing this and this and this. And the whole time Neil deGrasse Tyson is like, well, that would never happen. He kept saying that. Well, that would never happen. Like, because he's like, well, science fiction.
Well, let's pretend that it's going to happen.
I thought that was so funny though. It's like, I mean, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson, but that's totally, well, that would never happen. Well, none of this would ever happen.
It's very Carter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So anyway, okay. The shot of Don S. Davis as Major General Hammond wearing a parka is in the show. Oh, is that shown during the opening credits of the season?
What?
Oh, so the shot of him wearing a parka is in the opening credits.
Oh yeah, it
comes
is
from this episode.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
This is the only episode of the series in which no guest stars are listed after the opening credits. They only credited guest stars Gary Jones, Sergeant Walter Harriman, and Dan Shea, Sergeant Siler, are listed during the closing credits.
There
so
you
you mentioned that.
It was kind of a bottle.
Yeah.
Those guys regularly worked on the show. So, okay, the DVD episodes offer, or I'm sorry, DVD episode order differs. This was the 17th, but is 18 on the DVD box set.
When are we going to be done with this trivia?
Well, probably after we're done with
set.
season 1.
Yeah.
After we're done with
We'll
season
see.
1. Yeah. Okay, goofs.
No explanation is provided for why Carter wouldn't try another gate address first. Once she realized Earth's gate wasn't working, there were other safe planets she could have tried gating to instead. This is what we were talking about.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we're smart.
We're all there.
We were all on the same page with that one. After finding that the gate at P4A771 was still under fire, General Hammond orders the iris closed. This is not necessary, as the wormholes are one way and nothing could have come through the gate back at them. This may be protocol giving the receiving gate will chevron lock and send the gate symbols. Therefore, they could be used by hostiles to return the call, like dial back the other way. All right, that's some deep in the sauce stuff. But yeah, I guess that is true. He wouldn't need to do that.
But weren't there shots coming through it?
But since we were going that way, nothing could come this direction because they're one directional. They dialed out.
Oh, but isn't there another time where, but shots were coming through. And that's why he closed it.
I know. And that wouldn't matter because since they dialed the gate to that planet, if they shot at the
like
gate,
they shouldn't have shown the shots coming through, basically.
The shots wouldn't have come through the gate, though. They didn't come through the gate.
They were.
They were?
Or maybe they were looking on the screen.
They were looking on the screen.
Oh, okay.
There were shots coming at the screen on the
Okay.
map. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the map was getting shot at.
Got it.
Okay.
When Captain Carter emerges on the surface, she concludes that the planet is covered in ice. As Earth has vast areas of ice as well as tropics, it's not likely that a scientist would assume an entire planet's climate based on one limited observation. So, like, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, based on what she's seeing, all she's seeing is ice. So I'm sure she wasn't really like saying this is an ice planet, but
yeah, but
I mean,
like,
she was saying
she
it is.
couldn't, like, from where she could see, she's really got no escape from it.
Yeah, I mean, she wouldn't have been able to walk to a non-ice
Yeah,
part without
yeah,
dying,
exactly.
I don't, yeah. But this, yeah, okay, good point. Point taken.
Point taken.
All right. So Sterno, while referenced several times, has not been used by the military for several decades, much less by Tier 1 units. Tier
What's
1 units.
sterno?
Sterno is that fire stuff they were using
Oh,
to
okay.
heat. By Tier 1 units as units in the SGC would be. So they must have some other newer stuff that they use. It's Sterno is, I guess, old school. We used it in like, I remember having to use it in like Boy Scouts and stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
So,
Huh.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, later into the episode, Teal'c and an SG team return through the Stargate after Carter has connected the DHD to the Antarctic gate. However, it has been established that a DHD overrides the Earth system and is always treated as the main Stargate. So his team should have been sent to Antarctica.
That's in the weeds. But it's right. It's right. But she didn't really connect. It was already connected. I don't think she connected it. I think it was
Well,
just,
yeah, because they got put over there, so it had already obviously connected.
No, I think what they're saying is like she hooked the DHD back up to the Stargate, but I don't think she really did. I think it was already she was
I did
trying to
too.
she was trying to repair stuff, but there wasn't.
Well, because I mean, it was still, it's just the top was
that
exposed.
She did get under it to like turn it off once to try to turn or like reboot it basically, but she really didn't like do anything to turn it on. I recall.
Yeah, I don't recall that either.
But that is true. That what they're saying is right. That they do mention that the DHD would override Earth's janky Windows 98 version of dialing.
Right. Yeah.
So technically, with a DHD on a second gate, everybody should have been going to Antarctica. So maybe it was just frozen.
Yeah.
And maybe them.
And then the surge or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm just making up the plot myself, but I could see it.
Okay, sure.
Can't go too deep on it.
Cool.
Yeah, and so there was some other goofs that I kind of didn't put in there because they were pretty. Some of those ones that we kind of have done in the past where they're just a little too.
Oh yeah.
In the weeds.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. We don't need all that.
Okay, so indeed count. 0.
Yeah.
So that's come. Obviously, maybe we won't get an Indeed this season. I'm thinking
we aren't.
That might be something that
it might be something that comes up later on a little bit.
Yeah.
Second season, fingers crossed. Because
Yeah.
it comes because then that's like all he says.
Well, that's all you think about. It's a meme.
Yeah,
you can get Indeed memes. Everybody knows Indeed.
Yeah,
we watch Start, so it becomes a thing.
Yeah,
they probably just hadn't thought of it. So okay, so for crying out loud,
there was one.
We get one.
Yeah,
one in this episode, and I was like, finally. But yeah. So
but there's been 12 and a half.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So
yeah.
12 and a half for the season, and we're on episode 17. So that's a pretty good performance of Indeed.
I think so.
Crying out loud. Yeah. That's quite a bit. Okay. So the not so special effects. Anything jump out at you?
Not really for me on this one.
I thought it was pretty good overall.
Yeah.
The only thing that I noticed was at that part where she's kind of climbing out, like she's starting to kind of climb out to go to the surface. I felt that looked a little like paper mache set, a little bit.
Yeah.
But it wasn't nothing terrible.
Yeah. No, I didn't notice anything.
There
in
was
this.
no community
Even when she
theater.
walks out, it looks pretty good. Like when
Yeah.
she sees the whole like area she's in,
Yeah,
planet.
I bet she was probably on location somewhere.
Yeah. So that looked good.
It
Yeah.
probably took her to some glacier up in Canada to just shoot that.
I mean,
Like,
even like when they're looking on the mount video, I mean, that was fine too with the planet they were checking.
Yeah.
With the pew, pew,
Yeah.
pew, pew, pew when the guns started firing.
right. Yeah, so there was like no community theater anything in this
No.
one. No community theater sets. Like that one episode. Oh, I'm so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. I like the line of the episode. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah. So, okay, let's do Chevron rating. Brooke, would you want me to
Oh,
go?
Chevron rating. Yeah.
I'm going to give this one I'm going to give it an 8.
Oh, okay.
I think I like this. So 9 is the top, right?
Yeah,
So I'm
9's the
giving it
top.
an 8.
Yeah. I'm going to give it an 8 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've thought about it before. I was trying to like think ahead about it. I'm like, this one I think is an 8 for me.
Yeah.
Because especially the first time you see it, and it's a great reveal.
It is. It's
Yeah.
a great reveal, a good twist, and like I like them trying to figure things
Yeah.
out. The whole Carter and O'Neill dynamic
Yeah.
is good, and
Yeah, and then also like going back and on rewatch, there's a lot to like in it. A lot of funny, a lot of good
lot of
comedy.
funny. Yeah, there's some good comedy,
Yeah.
and I like even what they're doing at the SGC, like how they're trying to figure it out.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good episode.
Good episode.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, so line of the episode.
Okay, so line of the episode is said by Jack O'Neill. And I think Carter says, "Sir." This is when they're laying down and they're trying to get some sleep in this ice cave. And so they're trying to stay warm. And
Yeah.
she's kind of snuggled up next to him. And just as they're kind of like, you know, they're done talking, they're, I guess, they're trying to like get some
They're trying to
sleep,
like body heat.
body
use
heat.
body
And
heat
then
to-
she goes, "Sir." And then he says, "It's my sidearm, I swear." That was good. That was good. It was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny. Yeah. So she, I think he also says no giggling or something like that because I think he makes her laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was on this. I don't remember him saying it, but when I looked it up on the script, that's what they had.
No giggling.
No giggling. But yeah, I think that's a funny line. So yeah, I think that'll wrap it up for this
Mhm.
episode. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. Join us the next time. The next one is Tin Man. We actually talked about it. I really want to try to get back to a weekly release schedule so we can kind of keep the momentum going. Plus, now that we have a little competition
We have some competition,
coming,
yo.
we want to like, show them how it's done.
Because we're so good at it.
Oh, please don't forget us when those guys come out. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, there's room for everybody in the Stargate Love Fest. But yeah, so, and you know what? The truth is this is technically not a Stargate podcast. We are a sci-fi rewatch podcast because the idea was, I mean, believe me, Stargate's going to take up a huge part of this.
huge chunk of it. Yeah.
A huge chunk of it. But eventually we are going to move to, the goal would be if we can keep the momentum going, Star Trek and Star Wars and anything Star. So we're not specifically, but we'll be doing Stargate for a while.
For a while. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
It's so good
Stargate,
and there's a lot.
and we love it. So
Yeah.
it's not getting the due attention that it deserves. Jeff Bezos. Anyway, so yeah, if you want to send us an email, starx@groovydane.com. And we are going to be having some other content coming out. So we'll put that on our socials, that kind of thing, if you ever, so eventually you will be seeing that because we are expanding. And yeah, so until next time, keep solving for X.
Thanks.